Hey guys, Gavin here. Today is a very special review. Today is the Batcave review. This is set 7783, ages 8 to 12, has 1,075 pieces. It was released in 2006. This was the biggest set of the line at 1,075 pieces. The UCS Batmobile is technically bigger, but that came out in 2008 or 7, I can't remember off the top of my head. But this is easily one of my favorite sets of all time. Always wanted it, always looked up to it, always looked for it. Never was able to find it. I actually found it on Bricklink for about $450 recently, which is, I know, a lot, but I think it was the best thing to do. It was the cheapest one I could find. And it's just an awesome set. So we're gonna take a look at the box, instructions, minifigs, all that good stuff. Stay tuned. So this is the box. It's actually like 3D printing. It's actually like elevated, so that's really cool. If you can see my finger, it pops out at you, which is really neat. I think every single Batman set did that back then. And if you take a look at the back, it actually shows you some of the other sets, like the Joker's Aerial Assault, the Batboat Hunt for Killer Croc. I have the Dragster set, which I reviewed earlier, the Batmobile Two Faces Escape, and of course the Batcave. And also gives you all the play features of the set. Really cool. You get a lot of accessories. You get a lot of batarangs, back cuffs, Tommy guns, Uzis, all kinds of cool stuff. This is like a little comic about the storyline behind the set. I think it's really funny. Take the time to read it, pause the video. These are the instructions. And you can see the instructions are very interesting. They don't tell you what pieces you need. Like back then, as you can see, at the top of the page, it just kind of tells you, okay, this piece goes there and this piece goes there. You really have to pay attention, and you really have to kind of make sure that you're doing the right job, because if you mess up, you mess up, and there's nothing else that could save you, honestly. It was very difficult to build. It took me about 4 hours. So yeah, let's take a look at the minifigs. So here you got Batman. This is the black suit Batman. Really cool figure. I think this one came in the Batmobile set. Also came in the Batboat set. I think that was the only other ones that it came in. No printing on the back. His cape is, again, that really difficult to handle material. It's really hard and stiff. And it's really difficult to put him in a vehicle. Like the jet ski, which we'll get to in a little bit, is just super hard to get into. So on his head, you see that white line that I mentioned in the Dragster review, and it just follows with his eyes. So this is Robin. I really like his hairpiece. This is a nice hairpiece to have. Very unique. I don't think it came in many sets, like Adventures and with Johnny Thunder. I think that was another theme. But you can see the green, red, and yellow color scheme. Again, that cloth material on his back isn't really cloth. It's more like a harder material. And you see the R on his chest. Really nice figure. I've always wanted this figure, but I never got him, because I never really owned a lot of these Batman sets. So really cool. So here's Alfred. He's an exclusive minifigure to the set. I really like the head printing on him, because you can see it's like hair in the back. And he's got like a nice little mustache and kind of cool facial details. Nice little bow tie, like a tuxedo almost. Kind of a simple figure, but he was exclusive, so really cool rendition of Alfred. Here's Bruce Wayne. Again, exclusive to the set. Kind of a generic figure, but I do like his like a suit piece, and his face is actually in a lot of city sets. Older city sets, of course, like Town and the classic city, like the airport and stuff like that. Flesh colored, like most of these other figures around the time. That was kind of a new thing. Like Star Wars was just starting to do it. Harry Potter was just starting to do it. So kind of an interesting figure, but not much to say. Penguin. He has a little umbrella, which is kind of cute, but he's far from cute. His monocle is like pretty cool looking. I think that's an exclusive headpiece. And his top hat is just like perfect for the figure. He does have the short little legs that were not really common back then. And a nice little orange undershirt, bow tie, white shirt, tuxedo. Again, no printing on the back. White gloves. I do like him. He's a cool villain. I think he came in one other set. I can't remember off the top of my head. But this is a really cool figure. I do like this. So here's Mr. Freeze. He's probably one of my favorite figures from this set. Just an awesome, simple, yet like it's like a minimalist, but it's also really, really cool. I do like his helmet piece. That was a very rare piece. It didn't come in many sets. I know Slime Face from Agents had that. Oh, I might as well show you the face a little bit better. It's just white with red goggles and like blue undertones. Really, really cool. And he has that black chest piece that kind of connects to his gun with a white tube. And it's just blue underneath. There's no extra printing or anything. Blue legs. I just like him. He's just so different. But he also kind of is reminiscent of like Batman and Robin. And it's really, really cool. This is a Mr. Freeze henchman. And he is definitely the most simple figure in this set. But that's totally okay because I think it's just another figure to have. Very generic. Not much to say. Blue shirt, has a gun, black gloves, flesh colored skin. He has the cool little blue glasses on. And he just wears this nice little thug hat. So that's cool. So now onto the vehicles. This is Robin's little watercraft. It's kind of a neat little thing. I do like the color schemes of Robin's vehicles. It's like, it doesn't really apply to like realism, but it's not supposed to be realism. It's like comic book, so got a nice little missile in the front. Not much to it, but it is a nice little addition to the set. A nice little yellow wing and a nice little place for him to sit down. This, I guess, is a control stick or something, control panel. And you got little wings on the sides. It does use those penguin pieces on the bottom. I don't really know why. It's like a spikes almost, but yeah, pretty cool. Here's a penguin sub. I really, really like this vehicle. It's not as cool, I guess you would say, as the other one in the Robin Scuba Jet set, but this does open. You can put penguin inside, and this little, I guess, like optic thing moves around in there too, as you can see, but it closes back up on hinges. And it's just really, really cool. You got little missiles in the front and these things that can move in the back, almost like feet. So it's kind of neat. You can put penguin up here, you can put them inside. You can put little penguins inside. A lot to do with this. Really neat. Finally, this is Batman's vehicle. I guess you could call it like a jet ski or like a icebreaker or something, like a destroyer kind of, but it's much slimmer and much sleeker. Got little like machine guns in the front. Uses these nice ski pieces on the bottom. And then this opens up. You can put Batman inside or Robin, doesn't really matter. But it does have the bat symbol on it on both flags. Underneath it, not much going on. Got these nice little pieces here. Fire coming out the back, which I thought was awesome. There's bat wings, which is really neat. And I just like the design of this thing. It's not very sturdy. It feels like it's going to fall apart. But it is really cool. I do like how it fits perfectly with the turntable that comes in the set. So that's enough of the vehicles. On to the main event. So this is the Batcave, and this is just one of the best sets I've ever had, I think. It's up to par with like the Death Star even. And although it's not even close to it in piece count, it is a really nice play set. So I guess I'll just start down here. This is the turntable, and it's for the jet ski actually, but I guess you could put any vehicle on it. The idea was to collect the Batmobile, you could collect the Batboat, and the Bat Tank, I guess. I don't even know if the Bat Tank would fit on this. But you could collect it and put it on here and then just slide it off into battle. It does turn, but I think I built it wrong because one of the pieces was flying out at me by the end. So it's really nice. Kind of cool. I put the little penguins over there. This is a little ice cube, like an iceberg. You can set a minifigure in. So that's really, really nice. And then over here is like a maintenance area with all kinds of tools. You got like a microscope, a wrench, screwdriver, hammer, all kinds of good stuff. Nice little lights. Just adds some detail to the set. And then onto this part, you got a little rat, a brown rat. I actually don't know if this piece comes in many sets. It's brown. Usually you see it as gray, but I'm not really sure. And then this is like a missile launching platform. So you got a little ladder. I love these builds. Just adds some like medieval texture to it. And then this thing is really cool. You can kind of turn it as a printed bat symbol on it, which is neat. You can put someone up there. And this is a net launcher back here. This is a missile. I'm not even going to fire that because that thing goes far. And this whole thing actually turns. Actually, if I can get my hand in here, it does turn. You can turn it kind of like the Death Star moves its cannon. It's on that little winch system, and that's really, really cool. Up here is kind of the main event. I love this area. You see it all kinds of videos. Like if you watch Forest Fire 101's older videos, this is like home. This is where everything happens. The back computer is probably my favorite part of it. And in the instructions, it actually tells you to build it this way. But if you look at the box, it'll tell you to build this sticker over here. But it makes sense to do this because Two-Face is next to his coins and then Joker is next to his bombs and his cards and the alarm. So it makes a lot of sense to do it how the instructions say. The instructions, again, are very vague. Like, they don't follow instructions very well. They don't follow themselves very well. And this is a real magnifying glass. That is actually Joker's fingerprints down there. I thought it was awesome. Little Easter egg. This is a T-Rex. The T-Rex, I think, is a reference to the giant dinosaur that Batman has in his Batcave. Even back in 2006, I think that was an awesome reference. This is Joker's bomb. And these chairs swivel. These aren't even connected to the bottom of the plate. They're just kind of loose there, which I thought was really cool. Because it's like, it gives some depth to it. It gives some like freedom. And these move, they have little bats on them. This is a little ammo box. Put all kinds of stuff in. Really cool. You got the bat symbol on it. Love this staircase. This was 16 little pieces of stairs, and it's held in by plates down here, and it's held down by a little knob up here. So this whole thing doesn't move. Held up by pillars, rock pieces, these little platforms right here. Really cool. You got a little, I guess, railing. There's a katana over there. I think that's a reference to Batman's ninja days. So that's cool. A little ladder. All the ladders have bats on them, as you can see down here. And this is the changing area for Batman to Bruce Wayne, or Bruce Wayne to Batman, I should say. And it swivels, it turns, you can kind of like do that, and then Batman would show up where Bruce Wayne was. And this is a trapdoor. You kind of pull it out, and it goes down. Oh, yeah. Just kind of pull it out real fast, and it'll go down. Anyone on the platform will fall down here. You can take this off. Again, that medieval kind of structure with the fire is really, really cool. And then this whole thing comes up. I'm going to try to open it. Yeah. You got like a sewer down there, which is just held in by those, I guess you would call them like arch pieces. So that's really cool. You can put that back in there. Put that barricade back on. This is a weightlifting area. There's only like one weight, which is kind of weird because you think Batman or Bruce Wayne, who's super rich, would have a whole bunch of weights. And it's like a nice little place for him to sit down. Chains coming up here. And it's just a really cool set. I really like this set. Actually, I love it. Just got it yesterday. Just built it yesterday. It took me about 4.5 hours to build. But that's with instructions that don't really explain a lot of things in great detail, which is forgivable because it's from 2006. None of the bags were numbered. I had to open all the bags and just sort them out. Building this with help from my brother took 4.5 hours. So without my brother, it would have taken probably 6 hours at the least. So thank God that I had some help. So that was the Batcave. Awesome set. Super rare. If you're lucky enough to get this, please leave it in the comments. Please leave it in the video response. That'd be awesome to see. But this is Gavin signing off. Thanks.